Now, as I start that recording, a little box might jump up in your way. You have to click on either OK or got it or something, and it should get out of your way. But again, as I was saying, it's easy to say the word, hey, relax your entire body, right? Easy to say it, but very nuanced in what that means and how much is possible, how much softness and release is possible. So just as you're sitting, sense your body, feel it. Notice where you have either one of two situations going on. Either you are grabbing, right? Like you're lifting your shoulders where they could be relaxed, and you want to try and relax that, or you could be collapsed. So I'm kind of exaggerating it here. Maybe I'm collapsing on this side of my shoulder, right? So I'd be collapsed. Now, in order to get this to relax, I actually have to kind of pump it up. I have to move in such a way to put it into better alignment so that I can then relax it. Because if I'm collapsed and I just keep relaxing and relaxing and relaxing, I'm relaxing into more collapse. So Zhong, that term means not just your vertical line in your body, but it means every single relationship through the entire body having this upright, correct, appropriate relationship. So that's each vertebra, that's the shoulders, scapula, arms, the arm bones at the elbow joint, each of the hand bones, everything can have a sense of zhong, or uprightness, or correctness, appropriateness, right? So we're just sitting and going, okay, zhong. It's like a little trigger word through the whole body. Second word is song, soft, supple, pliable, relaxed, hydraulic, liquid, fluid, whatever words make you go, ah, and release. You might think of it, that sensation when you get in a hot tub or a warm bath and you go, oh, right? That sense through the whole body of unclenching, releasing. And it opens up all the compartmentalized spaces that are stuck. It allows flow throughout, right? Up and out, in and back, everywhere through the body, flow. So just that word song, simple word to say, relax, but the implications, the impact of it can be very vast. It can be just a total sense of, oh, relaxing, feeling it through every little square inch. I often use the word, luxurious or decadent, or, that's how it feels to me when I practice it, is sort of like chocolate mousse cake for me. That's my favorite dessert. Just this sort of vacation luxury, all the way through the body. So that's song. As you relax more and more, Chunwan and Qingling. Chunwan means sunken and heavy. So let there be a sinking down through the chair, through your legs. But as it sinks, you don't sink with it and collapse. In fact, you become more buoyant. You should actually feel that, especially the more you practice. When you relax and allow Chunwan down, you almost feel, quarter inch or something of lift through the entire body. Breathe in through your nose, long, smooth, and full. Breathe out through your nose or your mouth, long, smooth, and empty. Do that 10 times or so. Correct breathing. Feel how it is moving you more along that previously just described path of more supple, more soft, more appropriate relationships between all your parts. If you're expanding with each inhale and then softening and melting with each exhale, and expanding again with each inhale. So there's this life-giving quality to the process of opening and closing that breathing is doing. And then we just take that to another level. Slide your hands back, elbows back, shoulder blades back, chest up, chin up, arch the back all the way. And then slide your hands forward past your knees, hollow the chest, drop your head round. Let's do it again. Slide your hands back, elbows back, shoulder blades back, chest up, chin up, full breath in. Hold that full breath. When you're ready, exhale. Slide those hands forward past the knees, hollow, drop, and round. Let's do a couple more just on your own rhythm. The term Shen Fa, body mechanism method. Each of these movements is a Shen Fa. Takes the mechanisms through their functional movement, which cleans off the residue, cleans out whatever's stuck, pumps life force into the areas that are collapsed, and helps the brain and body find that correct internet connection, that correct relationship. One more time, arching, and then settling to neutral and into your twist. Left hand forward, past your knee, right hand and elbow back. Turn the shoulders, turn the head to the right, and then back to center. Inhale, center. Exhale, other way. Right hand forward, left hand and elbow back, twist. Inhale, center. Exhale, twist. Inhale, center. Exhale, twist. Couple more. Keeping in mind, the movement itself isn't the goal. The movement is a method to get us to the goal. Well, what is that goal, right? That's what I just spent the whole beginning of this session talking about. The goal of appropriate relationships, softness, the ability to let that which is heavy go where heavy things go, down. The ability to have chingling or lightness and nimbleness everywhere else through the body, a sort of buoyancy. Each of these methods moves us in that direction. Once you sort of key in on that idea of the sort of the North Star, the end state, let's come back to middle, then all the movements start to, you can kind of use them correctly because it just keeps funneling us down that path. Now hang the arms, shift to the right buttock, side bend, lift your left wrist floating up, right hand reaching, left foot can lift as well. And then we come back. So just consider that in this context. How does this movement help us get more correct relationships through the body? Help us song or soften and supple areas that are stuck or collapsed. Help us let go and sink what can be sunk and let go of. And also how to experience our buoyancy, right? All that makes sense. And the other one, this one really shows us is right where I'm pointing now, the belly button, the middle pivot. So around this middle pivot, the body can function and move, but the middle remains a sort of equilibrium organization. Now hang your arms nice and loose. Let's go shoulder blade, range of motion. So remember, shoulder blades shrug up and down. They also squeeze back, neutral, and spread apart. So now from this spread apart position, which is the weird one, this is the one people usually don't understand how to do. So find it. It's spreading. Shoulder blades come around the side, Shoulders move kind of forward. The chest has to hollow. Now lift your shoulder blades up, squeeze them back, slide them down, and neutral. Just hang loose. So see this neutral chest area, right? So I'm neither this nor am I this. I'm here. So this is a result of a correct shoulder blade range of motion. So now shoulder blades spread, the chest has to hollow. Lift. Shoulder blades squeeze back, the chest has to puff up. Slide the shoulder blades down, and then the result of neutral, relax. We do it again. Forward and up, back and down, neutral. So there's a lot stuck in this area. A lot of the relationships were either too slouched or too stiff or something. So we're cleaning out the area with the Shenfa, with the body mechanism method, to help find the correct relationships, to clean out what's stuck, to allow a softness through all these areas, right? A couple more. Back and down. Forward and up and back. Now we reverse. We go back and up, forward and down. Back and up, forward and down. Back, up, forward. Back, up, forward, down. Remember, if you're new to this, these movements are weird. They're kind of hard, kind of difficult to wrap your head around at first, but then the more you do them, the more you go, okay, I get it. And that point, once you get over that hurdle, that learning curve, then you can really start to use them like a tool. Like any other tool, you have to get some proficiency with it. So each of these movements has that same truth, right? And neutral. Now, legs together, knees touching, feet touching. Hips hinge a little forward, neutral, back. So that's all happening inside this movement. Arms hanging loose. Now we hinge forward, float the arms forward, touch the backs of your hands together, and then we take the hands out, then tip back from the hips and circle the hands around, behind, and into the body, and then everything neutral. Again, forward, backs of hands touch, go out, then tip back from the hips, circle the arms around, in, and then neutral. One more time. Again, same concept. It's a tool. So those of you that have been doing this a while, hopefully you're starting to get better at using the tool. Meaning, now let's go up. Meaning you understand fang sung, or soft and long. So it should feel like you're at the very edge of your sort of fingertips touching the space, and but not because of tension. So as you get better, you'll feel, oh yeah, I can stay soft, I can extend and reach. And what that does is it pulls out anything that's compressed and congested here. We're opening up space. And then it always ends in this neutral. And then we go again, forward and up. This big, down. Now we go full range. We go forward and up. All the way up, way up, open, way out, down, neutral. Again, forward and up, all the way up, open, down, all the way down. One more. Now the same exercise is in reverse. Back and out. Hinge at the hips, forward and in. Neutral. Back and out. Forward and in. Neutral. Again. Back and out and up. And then forward, in, down. Back, out, up. Forward, down, through. Back, out, and up. Close, down. And then we go full range. Back, out, up, way over top, down. Back, out, up, over, down. One more. And neutral. Now scoot back on your chair so that you're a little more stable on it. Right knee lift. Grab a hold of that leg, pull it up and in, flex the foot. Now from this position, open the hands up and push, then reload into the hands, down. Switch, load, use the hands to go all the way, push, reload, down. Load the other leg into the hands, push, load, down, and load, push, load, down. Now no hands. Load, push, load, down, and load, push, load, down. One more each. Soft, soft, pliable, movable, function, right? Down. Now right leg extend, point foot, flex foot. A few times. Tilt the foot a little in, a little out. In, out. In, out. Circle, in, around, and out. Reverse, circle, out, around, and in. Switch feet, other leg, point and flex. Tilt a little in, a little out. Circle. Reverse, circle. Down. Scoot all the way to the front edge of your chair. Sit up tall. And hang those arms. Fold at the elbows. We go flare. And then all the way up. Then down, around, and touch in front. Again. Down, out, up. Down, around, in. Down, out, up. Down, around, in. One more. And elbows straight back. Down, forward, up. Forward, down, back. down, forward, up, forward, down, back. 2 more. And elbows, left high, right low, cross and wrap, out to the side, switch, and switch, switch, and elbows down, arms out in front, turn your palms down, up, forearms. And then just try to go a little faster, but make sure it's thorough, meaning you're turning all the way and all the way. And Altenberg, notice this. You're doing this. Bring your elbows close to your body. Make just a 90-degree angle. And all you're doing is turning the forearm. That's all you want to do. So it's clean. And that's what allows you to eventually go fast like this. Right? And notice when you try to go fast, and this is true for most of you, you go like this. Am I going fast? No, I'm doing less. So it's still got to reach those end points, but you got to relax more and more so that, right? And so that's this speed that the body can have. This is just an example of wow, what this body has inside once you find the space to operate on, right? To move on. And from here, opening, unfolding, externally rotating. So the elbows are still somewhat into the body. We're opening here. The scapula or the shoulder blades kind of press into the back. And there's this movement. So open, unfold, externally rotate. And then neutral. Now, elbows out and around to the front. Hollow the whole front and open your back. Neutral. Inhale as you open and unfold. Start exhaling as you go to neutral and finish exhaling as you internally rotate. Inhale. Exhale, coming back, elbows out. Inhale. Exhale. Final time, inhale. From here, step your feet a little wider apart. Wide stance. Arms are out. Now left hand up, all the way over and down. And then up, all the way over, down. Right arm up, all the way over, down. Up all the way over. Again, breath-wise, it would be exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale. One more each. And both arms up over top, cross, down between the legs, release. Cross, now we come up, open, and out to the side. And then we go up over top, other wrist on top, down, release. And then cross, come all the way up, opening. And again, other wrist, over top, One more. And legs to neutral, arms to neutral, wrist, circle. Turn your palms up. Wrist, circle, palms up, circle, palms up, circle, circle. Reverse. Under, circle over top. Turn the palms down. Under, circle, over top. Turn the palms down. Under. So, Sullivan, there's something going off on your hands. So watch. It's simpler than whatever you're doing. So the key is you have to point at your body this way, and then it's out. There you go. That. Turn the palms down. So it's under, and then just point at your body and continue through. Yep. Turn down. Scoot. There. Turn palms down. Scoot. Down. Scoot. There. Scoot. And here. Now, fingers spread, gather. Spread, gather. Spread, gather. Spread. Now, from the spread position, claw into a fist. Open. Claw to a fist. All the way. And then open. Claw to a fist. Open. Fist. Bird beak. Thumb touch pinky. Other 3 fingers touch. All 5. Down. Back. All 5. Wrist down. Back. Bird beak. Down. Back. Down. Back. Hang them loose. Shake them loose. And down. Now, bring your feet all the way together. Knees are together. Right leg first. Lift the ball of the right foot and turn on the heel. Knee and toe turns out. So this leg didn't move. Pelvis didn't move, but we opened this groin area with external rotation. Keep the toe where it is. Move the heel out and the knee in. Now we've internally rotated at the hip. Now keep the heel where it is, lift the toe and turn toe out. Now you notice we've got a bigger space here. And then leave the toe where it is, go heel out, knee falls in. That's another internal. And then one more, toe and knee out. So now we've got our maximum open. And then walk it in, toe and knee in 1. Heel in, knee out 2. Toe and knee in 3. Heel in, knee out 4. And then we close back to neutral. So training your right hip joint, right leg hip relationship. 1, heel out, knee in 2, toe and knee out 3, heel out, knee in 4, toe and knee out 5. Walk them in. 1, 2, 3, 4. One more time, same leg flowing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And 1, 2, 3, 4. Close. Other leg. Left toes and knee out 1. Heel out, knee in 2. Toe and knee out 3. Heel out, knee in 4. Toe and knee out 5. And then walk it in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Key is this knee movement through space. The knee's not really changing its relationship to itself, but as I'm turning, because I'm turning from the hip, my knee moves, a foot in space all the way out. And then as the heel goes out and the knee comes in, the knee moves a lot through space, but it's still healthy, happy. And then toe and knee out. And then toe and knee in 1, heel out, knee in 2, toe and knee in 3, heel in, knee out 4. One more time. So knee pain that people report from Tai Chi or yoga or other practice has everything to do with what we're practicing here. That when we move from the knees, asking them to do what they're not supposed to do, instead of move from the hip, which is doing what it needs to do. The hip needs to do everything that we're making it do. Otherwise, it loses its health. And then the knees make up for it, and then they're doing jobs they're not built for, which injures the knee over time. So that's bad news. Good news is moving correctly heals everything, right? To the degree that it can, right? Now, both at the same time, lift your toes. Toes and knees out, 1. So we've got this open space. Heels out, knees in, 2. Toes and knees out, 3. And then bring it in. 1, 2, 3. Out. 1, 2, 3. In. 1, 2. Feet hip distance. Sit up very tall through your torso. Hands on your knees. Hip hinge. Fold forward from the hips. Add to it this here. Turn. The fingers turn in. The elbows turn out and around. And fold. And then sit up straight. Turn your arms to neutral. Lean back. We do it again. Hinge forward, turning, spiraling those arms. Fold from the hips, open the back. And then sit up and lean back. A big thing in Taoist practice is realizing we need to open the back. That's where the nerves flow out. That's where the chi flows out according to the chi system. Fold. So here, see if you can get that sensation that you're opening your back channel. And allowing for better chi flow, blood flow, electricity flow out the back. Now, step wide. Now we fold from the hips. Spiral those arms again, fingers in, elbows out and around, and drop down through that space. And sit up tall. Arms to neutral, lean back. And do it again. Sit up tall, fold forward, spiral the arms, drop into that space. Sit up tall, lean back. One more. And now the dragon stirs the sea. So we sit back, lean to the right, fold, turn fingers in, elbows out and around, drop into that space and sweep on through. Come around, and let's do it again. Fingers in, elbows out and around, sweeping through. One more. And reverse. Go over to your left and down. Turn the fingers in, elbows out. Sweep it across. And go back and around. Fold. Sweep. Lean back and around. One more. And neutral. Legs back to hip distance. Drop those arms and hang them loose. Now wings out. Turn your palms up. Reach up the rest of the way. Look up to the sky. A little bit of an arch back. Now reach your right arm higher, and then relax. Left arm higher, and relax. Right arm higher, and relax. Left arm higher, and relax. Right arm, left arm. And then both arms at the same time. Reach, then float the hands out, down, all the way. So just consider where we started and where we are now. We've gone through these different movements, spiraling movements, circling movements, shoulder blades, elbows, all the different things that we did, wrists and hands, to buy real estate, to buy space between all of your parts. So do your best not to just go right back to grabbing the body. It's a deeply ingrained habit. It's going to show up as we stand up. The body's going to usually grab on again. But consider the idea that relaxation is possible and actually preferable in terms of how to operate the body. So, slide your feet back. And just watch me do this once. Notice the first thing I do to stand up is I come forward a bit so that the middle of my body gets above my feet. Then I can stand up. When I'm sitting down, I fold, sink, the middle of my body is still above my feet. I find my chair and then I commit to it. Right? So let's do that 3 or 4 times. Fold, come forward, rise up. Fold, fold all the way into this position, then commit to the chair. Flowing, as you find a looser, more relaxed body, you can move faster, right? Same thing I was saying about this movement with the hands. The whole body operates. So as you have less blockage, you can move with this flow. Now, don't sit in your chair, but sit 90% of the way there, sink down, and then rise up. Fold and sit the buttocks, and then rise. Fold and sink, and rise. One more. Stay standing. So from here, let's work on the opening and closing for our Tai Chi. Shift to your right leg. Slide your empty left foot in close to your right foot. And then straighten both legs, sort of lock the legs, right? Straighten and lock a little bit. And then soften the legs, sink down through your right leg, left foot empty, step at a comfortable distance out, and then shift your middle, right in the middle, 50%, 50%. Let's close again. Shift. Once the left foot is empty, it should be able to slide in with no body weight. And then you straighten up and you got 50-50. Add this idea. As you sink through your right leg, float your arms a little bit. Float, step out, shift to 50-50 and settle. Let the hands sort of softly sink down a little bit. Then shift 100% to your right leg. Turn your palms so they face in at the body. Step in. And as you straighten the body, also bring the hands onto the body. So we exaggerate a firm standing to differentiate now to our Tai Chi, where we sink through the right leg, float the arms, step out, sink to 50-50, and settle like a storing of a bed spring when you sit on it, right? Restoring. Now it's closed to the other side. Shift over to your left leg 100%. Turn your palms in, step in, and then straighten and hands onto the body. Sink down through your left leg, float the arms, step out. 50-50, settle. Do that without spilling the teacup on your head. Shift to the left leg, turn the palms in, step in. Standing at attention. One more time. Sink down through left leg, float the arms, step. 50-50, sink. Now you're loaded, a loaded spring, and then pung, rise. Arms floating up, 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 up. And then they change a little bit at the top, and now it's as if you're painting with the fingertips on the way down. Sinking. Let the arms swing a little behind you. Rise. Arms change, and then sweeping. Again. Rise. Sink. Rise. Sink. Now scoop your hands in front. Rise out to the side. Arms change and sink. You sink through the legs, right? You can see that. Body sinks and the arms sweep in. And then the wings, we rise through the body. And sink. One more. Wings. Now at the top of the wings, turn your palms up, roll, and then elbow fold, and then settle through the body. And again, wing, roll, fold, and then settle. Wing, roll, fold. Settle. Release. Now reverse. Backs of hands touch. Come up. Palms face forward. We go up and out. And then wing. Backs of hands touch. We come up close to the body. Each of these movements helps us unbuckle where our body is stuck. It promotes spiraling round relationships instead of harsh corners and straight lines. Now wings. Right hand over top, left hand sweeping under. Two magnets attract to each other as you sink and then rise up as the hands separate. Go around the big circle through the wing, over and under, and then magnets attract. Over and under. Yeah, let's do one more. Now out to the wing. Both wings sweep. Scoop and bring the hands up to chest level. Elbows straight back. Turn your palms forward and full extend, full extend. Then turn your palms to face your body and draw. Pull. Draw. Again, every one of these movements is an opportunity to clean off something stuck, to break loose somewhere that's glued together, to promote juice into the areas that are starved of starch, parch. Now, left hand push. As that pushes, your central pillar rotates. Turn left hand to face the body, right hand face forward. We go push and draw, central pillar, rotate. Turn right hand to face the body, left hand face forward, push, draw. And change the hands, push, draw. Hands, push and draw. Hands, push and draw. Hands, push and draw. Hands, push and draw. Now both hands back, down. The bear progression. So we start by shifting to the right leg, turning slightly, float your clumsy bear paws to the right, shift and turn and float them over to the left. Shift and turn, sweep them through, maybe take them a little further, and bring them back across. Now turn the palms so that they very specifically face the direction we're going, and then turn the palms so they face that direction. The bear washing paws in the stream. This is brush knee. This is sweep the leg. And then they turn around, and this one is brush knee. This one is sweep the leg. Controlled from the middle. Shift, turn, brush, and sweep. Shift, turn, brush, and sweep. Now take that left arm, float it up, chest level, turn the palm to face forward. We go shift and turn, brush, knee, swap the jumping fish. Now the left arm goes down, the right arm comes up. Now we're ready to go. Shift, turn, brush, knee, swap the jumping fish. Right arm goes down, left arm floats up. And shift, turn, brush, swap. Hands change. Shift, turn, brush. So check your teacup on your head. Shift and turn. So there should be this sense that there's a quality of stillness inside of this freedom of movement. Let's go for a higher jumping fish now. Reach up, up, over top. And then as that arm comes down, the other one's rising up. And let's add to it this idea of straightening up through the body, reaching to the highest point in the room. And then as the arm comes down, just settle through the legs. So you should have the weight now in your left leg. And then as you rise up and turn, the weight naturally just goes down through the right leg. One more. Way up. Over top. Down. Now stay in your left leg. Left arm wing. Roll. Fold. Just at the elbow. Just this little fold. Right hand is dipped in the water, ready to go. Now we shift and turn. That's brush knee and push. Left hand going down, right arm wing, roll, fold, and shift, turn, brush, and push. Now get full extension without losing your middle. So the soft and long. And then it folds back around. Shift and turn, brush and push. Soft and long. Turns through. Shift, turn, brush. And again. One more each way. Now, stay in your right leg for a moment. Left foot should be empty. Turn so the heel comes in and the toes out just a little bit. So be able to do small amounts of things. A lot of times I say this and people turn their leg way too far. It's just a couple degrees turn out. Put all your weight into that leg and sit down through that leg. So your two options are locking the leg. We don't want to do that. You want to soften the leg just a little bit. Let it have a bow-like or a spring-like quality. As you sit
Sorry,
leg,
I'm really sorry. I have to leave.
Okay, Marjan, no problem.
Sorry about that.
That's okay. Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
You mute her there. Okay. All right. So sitting down through that leg, your other foot empty. So this is separate, empty, full very clearly. Sit through one so the other is light. Remember chung one, which is sunken heavy down through here, and that creates nimbleness, dangerousness, right? Martial arts wise. It's a very dangerous leg. If it's empty, it can do a lot of things, right? So now this leg touching, have your left hand down, dipped in the water, right elbow bent, fingers point up. Now we bring this right foot back with the toes turned out, but keep it empty. Turn your right palm forward, left palm in. Now we're ready to go. Change the weight to the right leg. Right hand goes down, left elbow bend, fingertips point up. And then that left foot touch out in front. So we get this little light, nimble quality and a sturdy, stable quality. Bring that left foot back, heels slightly touch. Turn left palm forward, right palm in, and change. Golden rooster. Bring the right foot back, right palm forward, left palm in, change. Touch. Bring the foot back, turn the palm, change. Now, from here, careful, be very careful, but option one, lift the toe and put the toe down. Toe lift and down. That's your first challenge to force you to really find, a lot of times we have some weight here, so that when you go to lift the toe, you feel your body have to shift back more. That shows you where you actually need to be shifted in order to have this foot free. And then the next step there would be a little lift. Someday, perhaps, full lift, all while your teacup is undisturbed. Now, put that right foot down with no weight, toes turned out. Right palm forward, left palm in. Now shift. As the hands change, take your left toes out and touch. Same thing here. Toe lift. If you feel like you've got the sturdy quality, then you play with how much lift is appropriate. Right? Possibly someday that full lift, but it's very demanding, especially if we have tight hips. As we lift the leg, we tend to get thrown off our middle. So as you loosen and loosen, then more movement becomes available. Now switch each time. Bring the left foot back, heels touch, toes turn out, palms turn, and then shift. Sit through your left leg and lift that right leg to whatever level is appropriate. Put the foot down with no body weight. Turn the palm. Chin. Down. Turn the palms. Chin. Down. Chin. In. Left. Now, parallel feet about hip distance. Wash. Wash. Now, sweep the leg. Leg vapors up, becomes a cloud. Now we shift and turn. You got cloud leg. And then what the cloud hand is raining down while the leg hand vapors up. And then we shift and turn. Cloud leg. Vapor and rain. Shift and turn. Cloud leg. Vapor and rain. Shift and turn. Cloud leg. Add that foot challenge. So as you're over on your right leg, as the hands are changing, bring that empty left foot in, out, shift and turn. And then bring that right foot in, out, shift and turn. In, out, shift and turn. Shift and turn. Now, both hands down, palms facing each other. Swing under and up, over, turn, and come down. Keep your palms facing each other the whole time. So on the way up, they're facing each other. On the way over top, they're facing each other. As you turn, they're facing each other. The weight A little more in the right leg here, and then shifts over to your left leg. Turn. So we're unlocking the circle and spiral mechanics that underlie the more sort of stick figure mechanics that a lot of times we're utilizing, using sort of hinges and straight lines, but really we need circles and spirals. Let's reverse. Up, oh, down, under. Up, oh, down, under. Now, let's all come under and up to about chest level. Change the weight to your left leg and draw the left elbow and turn the head a little bit to the left. And then put the weight back in your right leg and slide back along and reach. Drawing the bow. And we don't want to be literal about drawing a bow. So with your hand, you're not pretending to grab a bowstring or anything. You're keeping Tai Chi hand, loose, relax, reach across. So there's a twisting element here. This one is really great for the upper back, the shoulders, and the neck. We want to turn the head, and then when we come back across, turn the head. The right arm is a fixed point, more or less, and we're unfurling the body, kind of unrolling the body, and then re-rolling the body. Two more. Draw the bow leading through the tip of the elbow. And reverse. One more. Draw. And now swing under. All the way up over to this side. Draw the bow. Reach across. Draw the bow. And just note you can reach further than you might think. You can even reach beyond the left hand. And then draw. Stay loose. Relax. So your left hand should stay right where it is, like it's tied to a rope or a string, and then your body, everything's moving away from it, and then rolling back onto it, and then rolling away, and back on, and then one more. And both hands down under. Swing, swing, settle. And then we finish with what's called Sink Chi wash organs. A little bit of a tip back, open lift. And then this little bit of tip forward, sweep the arms around, out in front, palms face up. Then a little bit of tip back, elbows bend as if you're bringing something in the mouth, past the mouth, and then settle to the middle of your feet, hands settle to the belly, and just remember your squat. Hips back, start sitting, and the arms release straight. And then we come back up to standing. That's one. Let's do two more to finish. It's like a chi reset, cleans the plumbing. Back, open, and lift. Forward sweep around. Back, bringing in and down to the belly. And then that squat as you release the arms down and through. Stand back up. One more. Back, open, forward, sweep around. Back, bringing in, down, pulling, and then through. Stand. And then the final closing, wing, roll, fold, settle the hands to the belly. Now you seal the practice. You got your belly button here, center a palm, hand over the belly button, other hand over that hand. Great job, everybody. Thank you. All right. Make sure you know where your chair is. Have a seat. If you have any final questions, thoughts, anything at all, feel free to unmute.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Great job. Any questions?
Not at all. I'm a beginner.
Those are sometimes the best questions, but I know what you mean.
A lot of times I'm not sure what to do with my breathing.
Yeah.
How it should sync up with the movement.
Yeah.
In
Taoist practice, they don't try to impose the breath. So do breathe. That's the first rule, right? So if you notice you're holding your breath, that would be not great.
Noticing.
And we do that a lot.
Yeah.
You know, so just paying attention to things is very powerful. Just noting I am breathing. How am I breathing? Is my breath short and rapid, or is it held, or what's going on at the level of the breath? That's kind of the big move. And then beyond that, there's all different kinds of breath that may emerge, incredibly long. Sometimes shorter breath is more appropriate. Sometimes sudden breath or, things like that show up. So the breath has great range, but noticing what's happening and also noticing a couple of bad things, just like the shoulders. You don't want to be holding your shoulders. You want to be relaxing. Same with the breath. You don't want to be holding your breath. You want to be relaxing. And then when you do that, the breath does what the breath does. The body does what it does. There's nature, letting nature express itself and us witnessing it. And then we find we can play with nature, but we're not controlling it in our body, right? So that's the idea. We're cultivating a sort of emergence of like, whoa. I mean, I don't know how many of you have had the experience yet, but when the body is moved rather than you grab it and move it. That's what happens with the practice. You do it enough and all of a sudden you feel like, oh, the body knows what to do. It wants to express itself in circles, and it wants to fold over, and then it wants to stand up, and it wants, right? So we want to let that emerge more and more, and we become someone that's getting out of the way of that rather than we're doing it. So that's the same with the breath. Same idea. Okay? Anything else?
Thank you.
Thank you, Sue. Good to see you.
Likewise.
Bye, Jane. Karen. All right, take care, everybody.